Shalom. This is Sincere Milk of Yahweh Sap, Lion's Den. I camp out with Lion Den Hawan Ben Yashawada in Jacksonville, Florida. First, I'd like to say a prayer to the Father, to the Son, to the elders, to the Akim, and to the women and children. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Bahashim, Ha, Rokak, Rodash, Mahama, in the name of Yahweh Shai, in spirit and holy, and in truth. Double honors to the elders of GMS. Double honors to my elder Hawam. Salutation to the Akim, to all the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth. And to the women and children, Shalom. Okay, well, here it goes. United Nations warns global famine, 20%. It could be more than that, okay? Americans skipping meals due to inflation. Well, it's going to get worse than that, okay? And we're at a point where we are closer more than ever before, okay, for those mandatory MOTV, okay, and also those missiles that are pointing to America, all right? Let me play a little bit of this video. The title of this lesson, Famine Will Be Global. Here we go.
Okay, everyone, there's a huge problem brewing, and it has to do with the farmers and our food industry. Food shortages, major nitrogen issues, and it's going to hit us hard in the second growing season of next year in a big way. We already know the issue is there. It's just a matter of time before it unfolding. In fact, the UN has warned this could cause global famine. In a time we're already seeing issues with diesel, food shortages, supply chain issues, inflation. Did you know that 1 out of 5 people are already skipping meals because food is too expensive? I've got a really good report I want to go over with you guys. It's a report that's going to make you want to strap down a little bit tighter and make sure you got your food prep in order. Good information I think you should know coming right up.
Look and feel pregnant from bloating? Why is it you can do everything by the book? Eat an organic whole foods diet, avoid excess.
Welcome back to all the subscribers. If you guys are brand new here, like news that affects you, prepping tips, emergency preparedness out America, and that's what's happening. So let's go over this report by Natural News. I think it's a really good one. The second half has to do with food shortages being a growing concern, to the point where the UN is making announcements, the warning of global famine due to this situation. So this report from Natural News is titled, Rising U.S. Nitrogen Exports to Europe Create Domestic Scarcity for American Farmers. The sharp increase in U.S. nitrogen exports to address Europe's fertilizer shortage could have a big impact on American farmers and end up creating a shortage here at home, experts are warning. When the surging prices for natural gas in Europe pushed the prices of producing nitrogen for fertilizer there through the roof this summer, American exports jumped. With Russia still under financial sanctions, Europe has found itself without a major producer of natural gas and fertilizer. Well, it's almost like we knew that was coming, right? As a result of these tight fertilizer supplies, crop nutrient prices have climbed so much around the world that the United Nations has warned there could be a future crisis of availability. Some companies in Europe have already closed their fertilizer plants as a result of the high prices. And like I said, this is a much bigger deal than people know about. Total exports from the U.S. at the end of August reached 370,000 short tons of nutrient, which was more than twice the total recorded at the same time last year and was the highest monthly total since the Fertilizer Institute started tracking this data in 2013, which means we're getting rid of our own supply. As a result, European buyers have been outbidding domestic buyers in the U.S. and several other exporting countries, such as Malaysia and Indonesia. The surge in exports doesn't seem to be affecting supply so far, with the American nitrogen fertilizer supply reportedly at its second highest level in the last decade in June. But the projection of what's coming is much worse. And this goes along with all of the complacent people, the people that are walking around blind, because everything seems fine and dandy right now. No up-in-your-face crisis, so there's nothing to worry about. But there's a big thing to worry about. Figures for July and August aren't yet available, but the U.S. historically being a smaller exporter, it is reasonable to expect American farmers to struggle to obtain fertilizer should the trend continue. And the trend...
Okay, let's stop right there. You can watch yourself on your own. But as you can see, things are going to get worse. I think we have, they said we have 20 more days in America for diesel gas, right? So the gas price is going to go up also, right? Diesel gas is going to go up, the little bit that they have. And then, of course, gas is going to go up as well, okay? So people are going to lose it, right? I want to go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 all the way to 9. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Well, it's getting closer, right? Verse 7. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and there shall be famines and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Boy, it's going to get worse, in other words. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated for all the nations for my name's sake. These are in red letters, by the way, that I'm reading to you. Says Yahweh Shai speaking, okay, what's to come, right? So we're close to where that's going to happen, where they're going to be coming after us, the so-called Negros Latinos, Native Americans and speckled birds, who are in the highways and byways as a living sacrifice, right? We'll be thrown, some of us will be thrown into FEMA camp, right? Some of us will be taken out, beheaded, and some of us are just going to do what they're going to do and then turn us loose, okay? I want to go to Luke chapter 21. Give me a minute. Luke chapter 21, verse 10. Then said he unto them, nations shall rise against nations, kingdoms against kingdom. Verse 11. And all great and great earthquakes, shall be in divers places, and famine and pestilence, fearful signs, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Well, isn't NASA right now coming out more than ever before on TV, talking about the so-called UFOs, right? Why all of a sudden now NASA is coming out more? Because they are shitting in their pants, right? They have to distract, misdirect, confuse the people so they don't look in the direction that you're supposed to be looking, right? And too many UFOs that their special technology is watching and seeing, right? Sometimes NASA will even turn off the cameras because they don't want that to be, recorded video, okay? Let me go to Revelation chapter 6. Verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Well, we're getting there, okay? All these things that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is predicting through the prophets is going to happen. We are closer than ever before for the whole world to see these things become real, reality, right? And the Edomites, they don't know what to do, and in their little IQ, all they know is to stock up food, right? That's all they can do. But that food is going to be going to who? To the Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negros, Latinos, American speckled birds, right? Those who are chosen, the 144,000 chosen elect in 1/3. Okay? So they're doing what the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is moving them to do. Because that's all they can do anyway. I want to go to Revelation chapter 11, verse 19. And the temple of Yahweh was open in the heavens, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament, and there were lightning and voice and thundering and an earthquake and great hail. You know, when the sky cracks open, right now, when they see UFOs coming into the atmosphere of Earth in the sky, okay, that's all they've been seeing so far. But when the sky cracks open, okay, that other dimension, where lo and behold, Yahweh Shai in this massive, big so-called UFO, which really are chariots, and the angels come, they're going to see a little glimpse of heaven coming to earth. Okay? So they're getting ready because they know that this is getting closer. Amos chapter 8. Give me a minute. Verse 11. It's going to be a short lesson. To 12. Behold, the day comes, said Yahweh, that I will send a famine, right, in the land, not a famine of bread, right, not of food, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and shall not find it. That's right. There's going to come a time that Yahushai is going to close that door. Okay? And you're not going to find the Hebrew Israelites in the highways and byways no more. Okay? Ezekiel chapter 7. Verse 26. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the Lord shall perish from the priests and the council from the ancients. Yeah. They're going to go way back and say, hey, where are all these people we used to see around the world? They're not even in the internet no more. What the hell's going on? Verse 27. The king shall moan, and the prince shall be clothed with desolation. That's right. And the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. Yep. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their desire will I judge them, and they shall know that I am Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah. He's going to make it clear to the whole world. There's going to be no confusion, no misunderstanding, no doubt. Right? That we are the chosen people, right? The Hebrew Israelites, the so-called Negros, Latinos, American speckled birds, right? Some of us are going to be taken from the beginning, right? The 144,000 chosen elect, and 1/3. I hope and pray I'm one of them. I pray that my Akim, my elders, is also part of that. Okay? But 2/3, okay, are going to be left behind to face, okay, those missiles and to get burned by those missiles. They'll come back to the new kingdom as babies, but because they did not repent, they will be burned with fire. I want to go to 2 Timothy. This is the only way that Yahweh Yahushua is going to clean all things from the face of the earth. Well, not from the face of the earth, I'm talking about already America. Chapter 4, verse 3 to 5. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. Yeah. You prefer listening to the 501c3 incorporated lying churches, incorporated churches, right? And you love believing what NASA says, right? Okay. Verse 4, and they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fibble, right? You love that. Just like right now, today, they're still, celebrating Halloween, right? People will be passing by and saying, Happy Halloween. You know, fuck you. Verse 5. But watch thou in all things, endure affliction, do the work of the evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. Right? That's what you're supposed to be doing. You so-called Negros Latinos, American and speckled birds, not celebrating Halloween, right? Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's, right? Easter. But hey, you want to keep insisting, all right, it's going to get ugly, real ugly. Revelation chapter 22. You know, when they say Happy Halloween, they're really cursing you, all right? Not that anything's going to happen because they don't control anything. Verse 18. But, you know, they don't even respect it. To them, the Edomites, everybody does Halloween, right? When they know that not everybody does. Verse 18. For I testify unto every man that hears the words of the prophets of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. Okay? Verse 19. And if any man shall take away from the book of the word of the words of the book, of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city. Oops. And from the things which are written in this book. See? Verse 20. He which testified these things said, surely I come quickly. Right? Yahweh is going to come quickly. Right? But he's going to come as a thief of the night. Nobody's going to expect it. Not even the technology, AI, quantum computer, right? Whatever satellite dishes they have in space. It's going to happen so fast, they're going to say, oh, wait, they're already in here. They're already in the sky. Right? The sky cracked open. None of our machines saw that coming. None of our computers. How'd that happen? I'm going to leave it with song. Chapter 37. See if I can do this. Oops, looking for it. Here we go. Verse 18 to 20. Yahweh knows the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. Verse 19. They shall not be ashamed in the evil times, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. Woo! Isn't that beautiful? Verse 20. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, shall be as the fat of the lambs. They shall consume into fire, shall they consume away. You're going to be burned. Okay? Because you keep insisting that you're so powerful and mighty, that you are gods, right? And you keep going around the world, you're Edomites, right? Still robbing, still murdering, still raping, and still plundering, right? You just can't quit, right? And then 2/3 want to participate in doing that kind of wickedness, all right? So I hope that this was edifying, and with that I'll say Shalom.